too good to pass up. We're recording. Okay, Liza will join in, but that was pretty good. He looks just like you, but more white.
It's a little whiter.
I was like, we're both the same amount of white. I swear.
I'm the whitest. I come across the whitest, I think.
For sure. The thing about uh, Luke is that your mom is, for an Irish person, she's on the darker scale of that skin. So I think that's why you get so dark real quick. Or couscous, you just burn, man. Do you ever get tan?
It takes a couple of days, but it gets there.
You'll get there. Okay.
But I have to be a lot more careful in the sun than Eliza and Luke do.
Oh, for sure. No
I
doubt
gotta be
about it.
careful.
Dude,
You know?
I tell you guys about when I went jet skiing and I got
Yeah, you were fried.
burnt. Dude, it hurt
Burnt,
so bad.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's like this crazy thing that happens when you get burnt. After a couple days, it like this itch out of nowhere starts appearing.
Yeah.
And I've never had that happen before. And it literally felt like my skin was trying to like annoy me. I don't even know how to describe it. It just felt like someone was like in there and he had like a little smirk on. He was like, how's this feel?
As this.
So I'm sure you guys probably don't remember, but one of our trips when we were all in Maui, and like an idiot, I was out boogie boarding forever and didn't have any sunscreen on, so my shoulders got all burned up. Then they
Right.
started to kind of blister, and I'm just hanging out in the pool down there at the condo where we were. So I got the bright idea. I wanted you, Couscous, to get on my shoulders, and then Luke was going to get on your
Oh, yeah.
shoulders, and I was going to pick you guys all up out of water. And so the first time we tried it, you guys couldn't get your act together, and I was drowning. So I'm like, screw it, let's get up. And then the next time, I'm like, I'm going to hold my breath, and I'm going to make this work. And then I could feel, and you started the sign was you were going to start tapping me on when to stand up, right?
Right.
The more you guys got out of the water, the heavier you all became. And then finally, I just pushed you guys off, and it ripped all the skin or all the dead blistered skin off my. It was the most miserable moment of any vacation I've ever had. But
Good God.
yeah. So,
do you remember the Atticus fish?
Atticus fish, yes.
That was mean. Looking back, it was mean. In the moment, hilarious.
I was into it.
I'll never forget that time. I'm so interested in like a little sea turtle, and you guys were chasing an octopus. And I'm like, why didn't somebody say it was an octopus? Oh, we're underwater with snorkels. Really not much of a chance of that happening. Uh-oh. Hey, just so you know, there's Eliza. We're recording, just so you know.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I was late. I was on the phone with Ashley catching up.
We were missing out on some good content, so we just thought we'd dive right into it.
What was the good content?
Oh, about how Atticus and Luke look alike, except Atticus is a lot whiter than him.
Whiter?
Yeah,
that's what my girlfriend said.
Whiter. That's what Luke's girlfriend said.
Oh my gosh! Hold on, my little camera is kind of blurry. Keep talking.
But,
Atticus and I look a lot alike too, which means that then Luke and I must look alike.
I think we all look
quite
similar.
Through the transitive property.
I will say this, that you guys are starting to look more alike as you're getting older.
All of us
really?
are, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. No, I 100% agree.
All of us? Like all four of us?
Well, no,
all three of us?
I'm getting fatter. But...
Well, I think all four of us.
I think we all do look alike. And I do think, because I see it most, like I see me and Atticus the most, but then Dad and Luke the most.
See, yeah. I feel like I see.
If you say me and
Dad, I don't know. I feel like all of us look very similar. Our face shape is literally the same.
Yeah,
literally the same.
The most narrow face shape. Like right now, my dad and I, our faces are like, do we have square faces?
I kind of a little more
round faces.
Yeah,
my face shape is oval.
So you're definitely looking more like your Wella as you're getting older and more.
I am.
Moving more in that direction. Yeah, I can see it. She didn't have
Oh,
quite the height. Well, she did have high cheekbones like you, so that's good.
oh, I have high cheekbones. Hopefully I don't end up looking like the close enough version of her.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
I made a close enough portrait for my friend Paulina of her grandparents, and it was so funny because we went to her Clark and Paulina's engagement party a week ago, like the Saturday before we left for Tahoe, and her dad was there, and her dad is from New York, like Long Island, like accent to the nines, Italian, and he was so obsessed with the close enough. He like could not stop talking about it. He's like, I can't believe you don't have a website. And I was like, well, I had a website at one point. I'm not sure what happened to. And then he was like, oh, the name. I can't get over the name. I can't get over the name. I was like, oh, they're just close enough. And it's like,
Eliza, maybe we should re-examine that because I think you're onto something.
I mean, when I hear like, I felt like the belle of the ball. I was like, there's so much money to
create
be
an
done.
Instagram and then do close enough portraits.
I honestly think I should pick it back up.
So actually, it's funny you should say that. Is that I saw a guy who was on Shark Tank, and his shtick was that he would do a doodle of a cat. You know, draw my cat, tell me my cat. But they were all stick figure like things, and he would charge, I think, like $9 for them, and they would draw a cat, and they'd do all these descriptors. And,
oh my gosh, that's
yeah.
so
I mean, I wasn't interested enough to find out what happened in the end, but I do feel like a close enough portraits thing is like, okay, you know, you're not getting.
Well, because it covers you. It covers.
Yeah.
It covers your ass. Because you're like, oh, you don't like it? Close enough.
Close enough.
If you put the two pictures next to each other, I'm confident that I can draw something close enough. Like it. Like also, what's so funny and what was given, we were cracking up about it at the party, was I did the whole thing, number 2 pencil.
Really?
Whole thing. Yeah, shading. Smudging.
Wow.
Nice.
I didn't know you could do. I thought it was all watercolors.
No, I do pencil as
You're
well.
branching out.
Yeah, I mean,
Talent.
like there's so many different.
Like you wouldn't believe.
Do you have a picture of it? Show us on your
Funny
phone.
enough, no. I only have a picture of one piece of it. I'll have to have Paulina send me.
Okay.
I'll tell her I need it for the website. Could you please send me a testimonial?
Could you scan it
God.
at what's that, Staples?
FedEx, Staples, Office.
Are you signing it like not in your real signature, but just like close enough?
Close
to your
enough.
Real signature?
Yeah. Probably. I do think I signed hers. So I have the original one of Wella. And then I have, so it's like, that was, of course,
Pete.
From Peter, hello. You coming to say hello? Oh, okay. And then I did one for Shannon Whiteley commissioned one from me for her parents. She did. I did it for their
Commissioned one. I love that.
Yeah.
I love the loose use of that phrase.
Isn't that what artists say when somebody?
No, that's what it is. Yeah.
You know, but it's like, well, yeah, I commissioned for $10,000. No, they gave me a loaf of bread,
Starbucks gift card.
Starbucks gift card.
Now that I say it, I'm pretty sure she didn't pay.
Right. That's where you go from.
I did volunteer artist work.
I'm good. It's good though. It's a distinct artistic style. I do.
It's true.
You'll know it's close enough.
All right, I'm gonna send you a picture, and I'm gonna do a $50 commission of a close enough portrait. I'll send you a picture.
Of who?
I don't know. I'll find out.
I want a Lola.
Oh my god, I would love to do one of Lola.
Watercolor though. I want watercolor.
Watercolor, you got it. You got it, Tux.
Yo.
Send me your pictures, guys. Valentine's Day is coming up in about
6 months.
5 months. So
I
Hey, these don't happen overnight,
Love-
okay, pal?
They
Gotta
don't,
get 'em in.
and I can't rush I can't stress this enough. I cannot rush my artistic process.
Yeah,
No.
this is coming from the girl who just said she did it all in number 2 pencil.
For the integrity of the piece. For the integrity of the piece.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Da Vinci did a couple of things in pencil. That does it like what does pencil have to do with a timeline?
I don't think they had
Yeah.
pencils back in Da Vinci's time.
Well, whatever. Graphite, like sharpened graphite. What's the difference?
Wait, when
The
do you guys
medium,
get
the
first
medium of
pencil?
art is part of the process.
Also, does anybody wonder what the number 1 pencil was like?
It's like softer, right? Or is it harder?
I don't know.
don't
I don't know.
That's what
It's
she
about the
said.
softness of the lead. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I thought it was
17
the second iteration. I was like, these guys are pretty good. They got it on their second try.
1795 is the first pencil.
When was
Oh
Da Vinci
yeah, there
alive?
was no Da Vinci.
Uh,
Da Vinci wasn't using any pencils then, man.
What was he using?
When did Da Vinci?
Da Vinci's was in the Renaissance in like the 1500s.
I would be surprised. Can you
There
guys
was no
tell me
writing
from
utensils
here?
he was
before
born in
pencils.
1452.
Oh no way! So he probably was gone then by the time the pencil came around.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they
That's why I
froze
said
his
he's
brain
still
or something
around.
Like that.
He might be
You know what's
alive.
So easy to bet. It's so easy to say something just a little bit dumb, and the way down will pounce on you.
Yeah, it's,
Just have to
you just
say
bait
it
him.
with the just barely sincere, just sincere
Gotta be
enough,
on your P's and
just dumb
Q's.
enough. He will rip you to shreds.
It's true.
Obviously, that was a 200-year gap
Accurate.
out the gate.
I feel like I'm being
Accurate.
manipulated.
That's what Mom said when I
What?
asked about student debt loan forgiveness.
What?
Honestly, I feel like I was set up.
I feel like
You
I
could
was
tell
set
it
up
was the
to
last
have
day of vacation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
an
I do
ultra-critical
wanna
view
announce-
of.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I do want to announce that Atticus was the sweetest ever. Lukey too. Actually, all 3 of you really were so sweet to me on my birthday this year. And I just really appreciate it. And Atticus really went above and beyond because he helped cook me dinner and a carrot cake and got me the cutest little alien card at the shop.
Did he
I
make
got the
grilled
card.
cheese
and Lola,
sandwiches for you?
Lola pretty much did everything else.
Eliza, how was your
Mhm.
adventure, by the way, that day?
Oh, wow. It was a journey. It was an adventure. It was spectacular. It was spectacular. So while Atticus and Lola were whipping up pad thai from scratch inside, I was looking at the 3-leaf clovers and
They were
really
turning into
feeling
8-leaf.
one with nature.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Well, good.
That's
Watching
awesome.
the stream.
That's all you need. When you told me that, that's all you really need is
Yeah.
watching the little
connected.
string.
I felt emotionally connected to a little tree across the way.
Did you do any glow in the dark frisbee? That's what I-
No. We didn't have a frisbee, and the patch of grass that we had wasn't big enough, but it was a perfect birthday because I had that.
Perfect.
I was enjoying nature, and I was enjoying Aperol spritzes on this trip, big time.
What?
Aperol spritzes.
An Aperol
What's that?
spritz?
Oh, really? Yeah, that's a good.
What that is?
Oh, it's prosecco. So you get like a wine glass, you fill it with ice, and then you put like half prosecco, equal parts prosecco and Aperol, and then you splash on top some club soda, and then you do like a slice of orange and squeeze the orange juice in.
So Aperol, is that the cassis liqueur?
Aperol is an aperitif, so it like makes you hungrier, basically. I think.
I know,
right?
but what's the origin of
I
the
don't
liqueur?
know.
Okay,
It's
I thought it was a
delicious, though.
cassis.
It's not licoricey in any way.
I didn't say licorice. I
I
said
know. I was just putting it out there.
All right.
But it's really refreshing and it's good. For couscous, we did not have not a gluten-free, we didn't have a spirit-free option, but he had the cutest. Atticus, actually, do you have it with you?
The cup?
Yeah. Could you
Here,
go get
let
it?
me go see.
Oh my God, is that Mr. President?
No, that's Clara. That's one of Margie's cats.
Oh, they
Little-
gave you in?
How's little Trumpy?
He's doing
Stop.
all right.
That is not his name.
Yeah, it is.
It's Mr. President, but Dad calls him Little Trumpy. And I've learned that the best way to deal with bullies is to not engage with them.
Wouldn't it be
Some
Mr. Brandon now?
Wait, what?
I said,
We call him Sleepy
little
Joe
Brandon
now. Little Brandon.
Bitey
Dude,
Biden.
Dude,
Little Biden.
you need a beret.
Who
Are
needs
you
a
guys
beret?
seeing how tiny this cup is?
Yeah.
Are you understanding it? Like,
I've been trying
Atticus,
to limit my caffeine intake. So here, wait for
good.
scale.
That's good. That's a really tiny one.
It's little.
It's like a shot glass plus.
It's
Yeah.
so cute, you guys. And you all know I'm such a wreck. Anytime I leave Atticus, I cry the whole way to the airport. And he left the tiny cup in the car. And it was everything within my being not to take the tiny cup with me.
Mom said you almost took it. Yeah,
I did.
She could have taken it. It would have been fun.
Where'd you get it?
I don't know. A friend of mine got it for me.
You know, it
Thanks,
was her
Paul.
birthday. You could have given it to her.
Yeah, I could have, but here we
I
are.
mean, it's cuter that you have it. I'm glad that you have it right now. Like, because I know the cup. And when I see that cup in your hands, I can imagine it's me. What'd you guys do this week?
That's right.
How'd you all? Like, Dad, we haven't seen you since it was your birthday.
I'm not a big birthday person, so we just had dinner here at the house, and it was all good.
I always tell people you're not a big birthday person.
Good, thank you.
And they're like, "What do you mean by that?" And then I'm like, "He just doesn't like celebrating stuff."
It's just another day.
Do you think it's because when you were growing up, you didn't have the means to celebrate?
No, we had birthday parties and presents. It's just as I got older, I realized that calendars are a man-made construct. One day doesn't mean more than the next. And if I want to have a gift, I would expect somebody would give me something when I expressed, "Oh, hey, that's really interesting. I'm gonna get," and then and that's the way I've always tried to do it with you guys. "Oh, hey, I really like that. Oh, I'll get this for you." You know, it's not doesn't have to be on a day or Christmas or any of that. And
yeah, for those listeners, not one of us, I don't think, has ever received a Christmas gift.
No,
Never.
I've never, nothing.
Actually, I did give you guys some early on in your life, but I took
in our
them
careers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I said in your life.
Our careers
And
of life.
I just took them back.
Oh,
Just took him back.
Dad sends me a Cash App request every Christmas.
Cash App request.
He's like, "Hey, you remember when I got you your Xbox?
Give me that back."
I'm gonna need that."
gosh.
Bring it on
Sorry.
back. So this is a PlayStation family.
Lisa and I have been rewatching Seinfeld, and subsequently,
Nice.
it's showing little on YouTube. They're showing little clips, right? And the one where it was Elaine's birthday, and he gave her cash, but it was just like all the cash he could kind of drum up at the time, and it was like
$181.
something like that. It was something really weird.
I don't think that's anything to sneeze at.
$181, great. $18.
In 1990 something, that's a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. But
Also, he's Jerry Seinfeld.
But anyway, so at work we have
is he
these
in the-
birthday buddies
I don't think he was watching the show.
and Christmas giveaways, and I had to say something the other day because they were like, "What do you think about not exchanging Christmas gifts as a leadership group?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm all for that." I always get a little awkward because last year everybody in this leadership group, not in the RT department, but in the unit where I work, they all gave me a gift, and I was like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's nice. Thank you."
But you didn't get anyone else.
Oh, I didn't get anybody anything. What I don't. It's just odd to me. It just seems like an odd construct to say on this day at this time of the year we're just randomly going to give each other stuff.
How's it odd, dude? Pretty much everyone in the world does it.
In Western society,
You know
don't
what's
see
weird?
people over in China.
Peeing and pooping. I don't get that. Why do people? Why do we pee and poop? Huh?
Something being odd. If the counter argument for something being odd is that everybody does it, you immediately like now.
Well,
really,
peeing and pooping is not odd because everybody does.
No. So when I was little, I remember this vividly. I remember it very
Never
vividly.
pooping.
Wait. I was like, you know what? This pooping shit is it's just strange. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it anymore because I've just decided I'm above that. And so I stopped for 2 weeks. I didn't poop for like 2 weeks. And yes, I did. I did end up having to go to the hospital. And the doctor was like, his stomach aches seem like it's coming because he hasn't pooped in forever. There's like a ton of poop here. And me as a little kid was like, yeah, why do you do it? I don't
Wait,
have to
do it.
Are you seriously trying to say you consciously stopped yourself from pooping?
Yes.
I
remember thinking it was weird.
But
then they were like, okay.
Good one, Eliza.
Thank you.
But then they
they jammed a finger up there and like drained you out or what?
No,
that's what they have to do.
My mother had to give me an enema at home.
Ooh.
No.
And an enema is not fun when you're young.
And full of
I don't think it's fun at any age.
Shitting.
Oh, it gets fun later. Yeah.
Dad, gross.
Yeah.
Coffee enema? You've never heard of a coffee enema?
Oh, aren't they like?
No,
I used cocaine enemas.
I wasn't born in like the 60s. So.
The 80s?
The 80s. How you notice how I went from the 80s to the 60s really fast?
Well, yeah, because then I realized you have to be old to get the enema. So you'd have to be born in the 60s to be 40 or to be 20 in the 80s when you'd be getting the cocaine enema.
Let's do a I want to do a random. How old do you guys think I am?
How old?
How old do I think you are?
Yeah.
82.
I think you're 58. No, you're 62.
Luke?
61.
Oh, you just looked that shit up. I saw you looking it up.
Who? Me?
You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Dude, I'm literally lounging in the back of my chair.
You're either 61 or 60 right now.
How would
or
I
my
look
guess,
that
which
shit
is
up?
82.
62. 61 or 62.
Oh, I was right, obviously.
I'm 61.
140 years old.
Well. See, but this is what happens when you don't make a big deal about birthdays. I have no idea.
And when you get too many coffee enemas.
You thought.
Well, see, I'm still suffering from the trauma from when he said, I'm gonna die at 52, Luke. Be prepared. And so
Dad,
I was like on his 52nd year, I remember exactly how old I was, and I was like,
yeah. I remember you telling that to me too, and I was like, I'm up for T-ball. Can we talk about this later?
That's the same. Like when after my basketball game in 7th grade or basketball practice, you took me to Qdoba and told me you're like, please stop calling me Dad. Will you call me Lewis? And I was like, no.
Yo, what a strange thing to say to a kid.
At Qdoba too. Go to Chipotle. Like,
why are you calling me Dad, huh?
Just all these trauma bombs. Just boom, boom, boom.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I've been telling every once in a while, I'll tell people things at work because, like I said, I don't say a lot about myself, but if somebody asks me a question, I'll say something. But the thing I offered up the other day is they were talking about driving. You know, somebody was like, "Oh, I got to drive over here. I got to drive over there. I got to do that." And I thought about saying the Christmas light game.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, you know what me and my kids used to do. We used to play Burnout and Freeze Out, and they're like, "What does that mean?" Oh, well, you know.
Oh, so you almost got arrested.
So in the winter, we would roll down the windows and turn the heat off, and whoever cried uncle first lost the game.
Who was caught cheating with their seat warmers on? Was that you, Dad? Okay.
Yeah.
Who's cheating against their kids?
And the fucked up thing about it is the reason that the cheating worked is because we were too young to sit in the front seat. Our little bodies didn't have the mass to be allowed in the front.
Eliza was in the front.
Oh, are you saying there's an extra mass, Dad?
Oh, great. This is the I don't think either of you have a medium story all over again.
Another traumatic event.
Yo,
what?
You know, one of the
Maeve and I that you didn't think either of us had ever been a medium ever in our lives.
Ever. Even when you were a baby.
Okay, wait. This is too much. We gotta keep my favorite story.
No.
Is when you made that little
Can't even tell it.
You
Jesus
made that
Christ.
little sand thing
On-
at the St.
On
Vincent de
Turkey Day,
Paul,
Atticus.
the St.
Yeah.
Vincent de Paul fair thing, the carnival thing.
I'm the
We
sand
had it-
guy.
So Luke, it was a little bottle about this big, and she made little sand.
Oh, I
things,
know
and
what
she
you're
put
talking
little-
about. It's like the colors, right?
Yeah,
The
and
little
then
Wait,
googly
wait.
eyes, the
little
hair.
googly
Oh.
eyes and a little hair cap on it. And we were driving home. I mean, it must have been a nice day because we had the windows rolled down, and for some reason she had it up on a dashboard. And I go about a roundabout, and that motherfucker shot out of the window like a cannon.
Damn.
We didn't even
Sad.
go
Right next-
back.
right next to the Big Bear Ice Arena.
That's right next to
Why
Oh,
was it
Big
there?
Bear.
Ugh. It was
I think I asked Eliza. Oh, shit. Oh, when I hurt myself, I asked Eliza if she wanted.
oh my
I
God.
said, "Do you want to go back?" And she was like,
It was too much carnage.
she would have known it was crashed. She must have heard it. Or something.
It was obliterated. I mean, you could look, you could see it in the rearview mirror.
Damn.
God.
It was a colorful
That's
peach
tragic.
blowing in the wind.
Oh,
Yeah.
Atticus,
it-
do you,
the mere fact that it shot out so fast.
So fast because it hit the lip too.
Yeah.
It caught air. It was, and that's why. You know what? That's why I fucking hate roundabouts. I always have.
They're more
My
efficient for
roundabout
No,
safety.
they're
trauma.
not.
Yes, they
they're
are.
actually they are more efficient.
No, they're
Trust
not.
me,
Only
trust
if
me.
everybody
They-
knows how to use them.
Well,
Well, just no, they're more
oh,
efficient.
so ignorance.
You know what's
is
more
bliss, but
efficient,
only
though?
For the
Public
ignorant,
transport.
huh, Eliza?
That's all I'm gonna say. Public
Yeah,
transport's
that's
better.
true.
Papa
Sure.
John's?
Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza.
Better
Papa
bitches, better money, my clothes better, my shoes better. I work harder.
Papa
Luke,
John's.
that was so good.
No,
excellent.
that was stolen from something, some TikTok audio.
Classic
Um,
TikTok audio.
Before,
Okay.
I know we should probably
Zoomer.
jump into our movie review, but real
I-
quick, if we
I
could have
guess.
any pizza place sponsor us, who would you want sponsoring us? I'll go first. I would want the frozen pizza brand Flatbread Pizzas to sponsor us. American Flatbread, actually, I believe.
If it has to be frozen,
No, it
Screaming
can be any pizza at all. Any
for
pizza at
sure.
all.
If it's
Oh, pizza?
delivery, I would go Blackjack Pizza from Colorado. They need
No,
they need the
Atticus, are you
press.
fucking kidding me?
They need the press.
That
Wait,
is the
wait,
worst.
What about
wait.
Bojo's?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bojo's good. work.
Bojo's.
Bojo's
Bojo's
good.
good.
Bojo's.
I'd go to Bojo's.
You know what I would like? I would like that hidden pizza spot that Dad drug us around to find.
Oh my,
my
god, in
God.
Vegas,
In
the one
Vegas.
that doesn't exist.
I want to be
Yeah,
sponsored by
doesn't.
them. You know why? Because
Yeah, they
their
ain't
ads would just be invisible on our screen.
Oh my god,
We wouldn't have to
never
talk
even
about it because
know.
it's a secret. They
We're
just give us
sponsored.
money.
We are sponsored by Secret Pizza. You
Oh
see
my
the
God,
ad?
can we open up a secret.
And it just says
pizza?
there's
You're
secret
gonna
pizza
get-
somewhere.
You're
Oh
gonna
my
get us
God.
sued by Secret Pizza.
I
Yeah.
was supposed to get anchovies for Atticus at the store,
Mhm.
and I should have trusted my big sister intuition. And Lola,
Lola.
talked me out of it. And I knew in that
No.
moment. But can I tell you,
Sardines.
Sardines.
She got sardines to replace anchovies, like a serial killer.
and I said I checked with
Oh.
Atticus before we went because I'd been at the Tahoe City Safeway before. I had clocked anchovy paste, so I knew that there was anchovy paste there. I didn't see anchovies, so before I left the house, I asked Atticus if they don't have anchovies, is anchovy paste a good substitute? And he said yes. So then we're there, and Lola, she didn't believe me. She didn't buy it. I don't know if she thought we couldn't be trusted, or if she just thought she knew better than we knew ourselves.
It's a food dominance thing.
The
She's
food
got to be in
dominant.
charge.
She told me, she said he wants the sardines because all he cares about is the little bones.
No, that's her projecting because she hates the little bones so much.
Yeah.
Hey,
isn't it interesting.
Did you
That's
guys
funny.
did we tell you about the sardine fixation that we've gotten into? Lisa,
Are you obsessed with them? Because I am too. What are the best?
hold
brands?
on.
You guys ever seen them like
What a cute little
sardines
sound.
in tomato paste
Yeah.
or sardines in mustard?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
good.
sardines and
Sardines are
mustard?
good,
Should I get it?
but I just
Should
don't want them on pizza.
I don't want them on pizza. They're too big for pizza. I want them with like
They're pretty
baguette.
big. I've never had sardines outside of like
And
at
they're
a
good.
restaurant.
Oh, really? They're
Mhm.
actually really brain health. It's a brain healthy snack.
That's interesting. I didn't
So-
know that. Yo, Atticus, you remember that time when we were sitting in the back seat together and I have my cherry Pepsi?
Oh no!
And-
Oh no!
We're vibing, right? I'm chilling. I'm
Yeah.
happy as hell because I got a soda
Of course.
and I'm in my car seat, right? And you're like,
Right.
hey, Luke, you know what makes Pepsi taste even better? Sweet tarts. And I was like, what the hell? Why haven't I thought of that?
Remember this.
And so
Yeah.
you were like, here, put these in.
Yeah.
And so I put them in. I put them in
It's
my cherry
diabolical.
Pepsi, and it sprays everywhere.
I'm back.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
Oh my
So
That was a
God.
good one. I'll
It
say
didn't
that was
you
a good one.
almost die, Luke? I thought it was Mentos.
I did almost die.
King Oscar.
King Oscars.
King Oscar, all hail the king.
Ooh,
Brunswick.
Brunswicks.
which ones are the
Brunswick.
best? You no.
Chicken of the sea.
This is a good title opener. Today we discuss best sardine brands.
Ortiz. Those
Yeah,
I
these
want to know how
sardines.
those are, Dad.
Hold on.
I
These are the,
want to.
these
what's
are the
S
best.
tier?
these are the
Yeah.
best.
Oh, I mean, those
Those
look
look the best.
These are
Best
hand.
packaging.
These are totally canned by hand in a Portugal by a company in Portugal
Hand
that
canned.
has been doing it for over 100 years.
Nuri.
Wow.
Yeah, Nuri. If you and the thing is, I don't know how it started. Lisa just started eating. Well, she's always liked those canned fish. Speckle. Ooh.
These are with sweet. These are small with sweet piquillo peppers. And then this is a really good, just a classic.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, what's the difference between
Oh,
olive oil
yeah.
and Spanish olive oil?
I
One
can think
from
of one
Spain.
regional difference.
No, that's right.
What about virgin olive oil?
Oh, they're plain. Just I opened it up to see what the cans look like.
Mm.
Oh,
I
what?
like that pattern.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
so what are
can
we gonna
pattern.
do here? Are we gonna go into a review, or are we gonna start a new cast?
Let's go into the review.
Let's
All right,
dive
let's-
into the review for
Let's-
Mind Game, and then we'll split off for the TV shows.
Perfect.
Do you know, Dad? Do you know how to segment the YouTube thing so people can skip that whole nonsense of us reminiscing about our like passive abuse and then the sardine talk?
And
No.
our vacation a little.
Yeah, well, people wanna
we'll
hear
have
that.
Yeah, we'll have to go through it.
I think honestly,
wanna hear
Segment
that.
it.
this part of the podcast is usually my favorite part. Of
Yeah,
I agree.
same.
I agree. I think so. Let's get into Mind Game.
All right.
Couscous, it's your selection. Let us have it. Oh wait, you already
All right.
did.
So this is so Mind Game is the directorial debut of Masaki Yuasa, a pretty prolific animated film and TV director. But let's get into the plot. We can do a little director's corner on Masaki after this. So the story follows Nishi, a character essentially incapable of taking initiative, I guess would be the best way to compartmentalize his character. A little bit of a schmuck face, if you ask me. He has a chance meeting with his childhood love, Myeon. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Myeon, yeah.
Ion, yeah.
And so essentially through, polite conversation, he surmises that her and her family have been hiding from debt collectors. And when Nishi decides to visit their family restaurant, the Yakuza happen to show up. Some unpleasantness ensues. Trigger
Yeah.
warning for sexual abuse and assault. Essentially, Nishi is shot through the butt and spine and then through the head. And then dies after he proclaims that he's going to put his foot down for kind of what seems is the first time in his life. I say too little too late, Nishi. Okay, buddy? And then he gets to meet God, and God says that there's no afterlife, created humans on a whim, no reincarnation either. So suck it, organized religion. And then Nishi, for again what seems to be the first time, shows initiative in his life and is given a second chance. Clinches the barrel of the gun into his butt, flips it over, shoots the Yakuza guy that shoots him,
That's
and
pretty
then
awesome.
a high-speed it's so sick. High-speed chase ensues, and Nishi, Young, and Young's sister, whose name escapes me, end up in the belly of a whale, where they meet a guy
time.
for a minute, dude. Well, there's that guy.
For like half the movie.
Yeah, for the majority of the movie. And so and they meet a guy that's been in the whale for like, I don't know, 30 years or some shit. And
30 years.
Says 30 years. So 30 years, no shit. The isolation ostensibly gives the group a chance to find themselves, and find themselves they do. They make their escape they do. And then it's kind of, the story blossoms and closes after that through a series of montages. So, I mean, at first glance, it's pretty much like a surreal story of a person trying to take charge of their life. Yeah. But I like this movie quite a bit. And why I picked this movie is a couple of like core concepts that exist through the film, which I think are pretty heavy-handed throughout the film. Possibilities can only become real with action. Waiting will never get you anywhere. And I would say the main theme of this is that your life is a direct result of your own decisions. Yeah.
Yeah. All fair.
And it is a mind game, because visually this movie is bonkers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so visually, yes, it's bonkers. But I think, unfortunately for the movie, it's unnecessarily bonkers.
Here we go.
Visually. Have you ever seen the movie Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow?
No.
So it's a movie where she's leaving an office. She's leaving work early for something having to do with her job, and she gets to a sliding door and it closes, and it might have been a train, right? She's trying to get on a train and it closes, so she doesn't get on that train. Well, in one timeline, she goes home and finds her boyfriend having sex with her best friend, and in the other timeline, she goes in a different direction. So I was I was hoping to make that connection at the end when Miron, her leg doesn't get caught in a train, and the soccer hooligan guy doesn't get on the train with them, but they never made the connection. So I do like the whole part when he's dead, and because it's a little defending your life kind of, right? Because what Daniel did in the end did what Nishi did.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not going. Let me in. And so he goes back. Well, we don't know what happens to Daniel, but Nishi is like, no, I'm not giving up. I'm going back and fixing this.
Right.
So there was that aspect of the story that I liked.
I think that why I like animation so much, and why I would consider that animation is my favorite artistic medium. So, and I think it's because it's in that sweet spot. Like for me, live action is always a little too literal, right? Music is a little too abstract. Comics can be a little rigid. I'm quoting this from another YouTube video, by the way. Dad, I'll send you the link so we can link it in here. But animation is so free-formed and creative that's why I like it so much. And I think that Mind Game is a perfect example of how crazy it can get,
Yeah.
But
yeah. I guess for me, help me understand why it's so it seems like there's some changes in animation and things that they do where I couldn't understand how it contributed to the storyline.
Well, some
like
of it
what?
just plain doesn't,
And that's okay. And that's okay. If that's the case, I'm okay with that. And if it's meant to be an acid trip or mushroom trip or whatever, that's okay. I just need to understand that that's part of why they use that element in the movie, because it was like the whole part when they were all dancing and going crazy in the whale, and everything got really
psychedelic
and angular and geographic and all that stuff. And they were just kind of jumping and dancing around and really never gave you any. I didn't understand the reasoning behind why it went in that direction at that time.
I actually have something to say about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think the movie, I don't think the plot mattered at all in the movie. I don't think what happened from start to finish in between really like was the point of the story. The point of the story was a celebration of living, the celebration of living your life.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. And so when I saw that dancing scene, I was like, look at him just living life, loving life.
So you're saying there's no linearity to the story?
No, absolutely not.
You could take this. I think that you could take the story out of this movie, and you could get the same point across that the movie was trying to make. The movie is an experience. It's not a linear progression of a narrative.
And I'll accept that.
I will say too, because like you guys knew me with some of the animated movies we've seen so far. Haven't been my favorite. This is definitely the one I enjoyed the most out of all of them, just because it's like
good.
Even what Luke was saying, like plot aside, even if you don't know what's going on at all, I mean, you can't help but enjoy like the visuals. Like it's just a spectacle, and it's so many different moments. So I watched it in 2 bits, like the first probably half, probably the first 60% of it I watched with Chuck, and like we smoked a little reefer and watched it, which holy guacamole. It's legal. It's Denver.
It's not legal here in Texas where we're actually recording now. I'm in trouble.
Okay, well, I wasn't just so the police can.
Hey, just legalize it. Texas.
I was in my home in Denver. It had been purchased legally.
Oh, perfect. Then that's different.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh, you guys, that herbed compound butter. I ate so much.
It's so good.
It's so good, but I smell like I'm just garlic at this point. But so worth it. So I like the first like being high watching it, you're like, holy cow, it actually got kind of scary at some points. Especially in the beginning. I was really scared. Like those guys were just so creepy. And what's funny is
help me understand. They were going after the dad, right?
Yeah.
The dad for debt money.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Eliza.
For debt money, but also it seemed like the football player had
World Cup
specific vendetta against the father because he had been intimate with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So there were 2 layers there.
Mm-hmm.
I also have to say, and what Chuck mentioned, what's the girl's name? The crush?
Myo.
Her breasts were a little much.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's like,
and I had a few moments of thinking about you all, my brothers and my dad and my husband, and just being like, wow, they're all watching this. Like they've seen these things jiggle.
Yeah, and you know what? If you look at the guy that did the voice, they're not like that.
Why would they have to be?
Right, yeah.
Well,
do you know what voice acting is? You know how many? You know, Timmy Turner was voiced by a woman.
You're not jamming your titties in your mouth to do the voice. Like, what the fuck?
Well, not always. In some styles.
Sometimes.
But not always. Right.
Not always.
I found that really that part of it was just a little. I also found myself being like, damn, they're really nice.
Well, but I will have to say in that part, Eliza, I'm sorry for interrupting, but when they were in the car scene, and they were all jiggling and stuff, I was like, that was some of the best animation I've seen. I was like,
truly, I think
those suckers look for real. Like, wow, how are they doing that? Sorry. Okay. Hey, sorry.
No, but like I had
Not
like
That was
PC.
part of the. That was part of the. It was a pivotal part of the movie. I
it's
think
part of the
it was the titty
experience for
physics.
sure. And it was also interesting too. Then the like because I think so much of what all I had noticed about her were her breasts. And then like talking about when they're in the whale and she was swimming and how she's a really good swimmer and then she gave it up and like all of these things, like how many times would like if you see somebody on the street, especially women, I think we compare ourselves a lot. You see another woman on the street and you like, oh, she has the perfect body, right? And then you never think like, well, how maybe has her body limited her in certain ways or like I don't know because and then that's so like Luke, what you were saying earlier. One second, Dad. But when you were saying earlier about how this movie, it's like the linear plot or lack thereof isn't the point. It's like these little moments based on the different viewers.
Yes.
You'll resonate with something at some point, and it's kind of fun to discover what things is Astra taking a shit.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. The way that the cut, I'm sorry. It looked like maybe she was.
You better
Continue,
check
Eliza.
that. We got to
No,
delay.
I
Oh my
was
God, she
done.
did. No, I'm just kidding. Go on,
Oh.
Astra.
Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. Like this movie probably won't ever watch it again, but what a freaking like it's an experience and I won't
It's
say
a
that I
roller
didn't
coaster
like
for
it.
sure.
So let me get into the breast size causing her to stop swimming because, as you guys know, I'm a professional
Your titties
cycling.
stop you from swimming?
Oh yeah, every day. I'm a professional cycling aficionado, and last night after dinner party with your Theo Adrian and Tia June, I stayed up to watch the UCI World Championships. And the first is the female time trial. The women's time trial was the first race. And I'm watching this, and there's some climbing that's going on and going this way and that and the other. And I have to say, it's not because of their developments, theirs, but I am super impressed by these women cyclists that have.
Luke, your breath is so loud on your
Oh, really? Fuck.
Somebody's is just because I'm talking about women's breasts. But it's the thing is that
It's my mic. It's my mic. I
Getting
changed my
steamed.
mic.
Getting steamed up, baby.
is that they are they are having to they're having to carry
Yeah.
unproductive weight, but they
Well,
still do great jobs.
yeah.
I mean, and I'm not
Do you-
I'm
do
not
you-
I'm not I'm
do you
not
think-
don't get me wrong. They're I mean, most of the best female cyclists aren't, and that's not
Aren't jugging.
Yeah, well, I
But
thank you for
isn't
saying
Do
it.
you think
interesting-
that do you think it affects the cyclists that like the guy cyclists that have big old dicks?
Yes.
Like, do you think that's a factor?
They
I
need
bet it
balls.
is.
I
Yes.
would
Yeah.
think so.
That's
But
You
Lance
have
is
to-
cheating again,
Yeah,
getting
just-
that taken off.
Just as anything
Well,
else, you'd
100%.
have to tape it down, or you'd have
One
to.
nut is optimal.
But it doesn't matter if in terms
One
of like
nut?
in terms of like memory gland or breasts at the weight, even if you
Memory
tape them
gland?
down, the weight is still there. So let's get back to the movie now.
All right.
Here's my thing: is that
Mammary
Even-
glands, not like memories.
memory glands.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
You know who has the best memory?
Oh, don't say anything to her. She'll never forget it. Damn it, we're gonna
No
get cut
memory.
off. Hey, so
We're gonna get shadow
But
banned on
back-
YouTube.
but
after
back
this one.
to the movie review. The thing is, I would say Waking Life, which is a movie that I really enjoyed, didn't have a linear plot line, but it connected the stories. And where that was different than this one is that I think the animation, as it changed from segment to segment, supported what was being presented at the time. So that's where I'm.
So
Yeah.
So you didn't notice like the color tone changes if Nishi or one of the characters was in a good mood being brighter to where if it was in like a sinister mood, it was darker or red or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I saw all that, but I saw how their knees were red at times, their fingers were red at times, everything, and then when they had the person's face pop in and all that stuff. I'm just saying that in Waking Life, the whole style of animation changed from some segments to other segments. So
I would
I
say
and
that
I think and I feel like in that movie, it pushed the change in animation pushed the storyline forward. That's all I'm saying. But if you guys are
I
saying there is
agree.
no storyline, then that's my
Well, I
fault.
do think there was a storyline.
No, there
Where?
was, but I think that it means less than like I again. But I don't think Waking Life was linear either. I also think that Mind Game was leaps and bounds more ambitious than Waking Life is in terms of what the
100%
animation that they were
agreed.
trying to do and the technology, money, and team size that they had. I think Mind Game is more impressive and altogether a better animated film than Waking Life is, like as a whole. And I think that so that my thing with Waking Life is that it's about all these big ideas and these big concepts, right? To where I think that it's a little spoon fed to you at certain times of that movie, to where it's just like they're like so fucking proud of themselves for talking about this stuff in a film, but it's so like A, B to C. This is exactly what we're talking about. I think that Mind Game does such a good job of encapsulating the variable that presents itself every second of our lives, like having an opportunity for change or leading a different life every single second is shown so well through this movie, and it's shown very subtly, and I like that
Yeah,
quite a bit.
I think you're right. I think you hit the nail right on the head where you're saying it shows it subtly, and I guess
Too subtle?
so. I only rented it, so I'm gonna have to watch it again before the renting time runs out. Um, but I mean, I'll compliment the movie in this way. I did see some real enter the void type of components, defending your life type of components, waking life type of components. So you're trying to figure it all out as it goes. Even everything, everywhere, all at once kind of components. All these things that are just swirling around, and then they end up in one place. What
Mm.
is that? And and it's like, but and I guess it doesn't matter whether or not. There's a point of me where I thought that Nishi was dead, and this is just his heaven or hell that's happening after he's dead.
Huh, that could be. It's
Sure.
And if that was the case, then I can get that, but I never got that complete message. But maybe it is there because if he's getting out of the whale in the end, he's being reborn, but
I'll be
being
honest,
really
I
reborn.
cried at the end of this movie.
I got
Really?
emotional too when they
That
got out of the
though,
whale.
Yeah.
Like how hard they were fighting. Because you know what I thought to myself? If I found myself swallowed up by a whale, I'd just give up. I think I would. I don't think
Well,
I
and
got
that's
to
what the
fight.
guy, the 30-year-old guy did. The 30-year guy
yeah,
did.
I
I
love the scene where they're literally running to escape the whale, and he's like stepping on fish and
Yeah.
stepping on like the exploded boat parts. It was so cool. It was like watching. So I don't know if I like talking about like the existentialism of like all of the concepts in this movie, but it was just so visually cool to watch.
Yeah.
So I disagree with the visually cool to watch, but I agree with the story of it. And I did think of you, Luke, during that, because you are definitely one of those people that you're saying like there's nobody who's self-made. That there's the
100%. Zero.
all these things that
Name
help you.
one.
There's all these things that help you get there, and that's that
Jesus.
message.
The Father,
That's
the
the
Son, and the
message
Holy
that was
Spirit,
being
Eliza.
delivered in that. And I totally thought of you right then. And it's like, this is what Luke is saying is that you need a little baby doll, you need a jellyfish, you need the boat, you need the anchor, you need all these things. Because they were all of them, not just Nishi, all of them were using other things to get to, for lack of a better term, their salvation.
You
So
know what really made me emotional in that part, and when the cheers came, is when the old man slipped and you thought he was going back down, and then those little sea creatures like pushed him back up.
The sea creatures. That's funny.
Secret.
It was
So
it was so cute, and no one was left behind. They wouldn't let it. They wouldn't let it happen because we all lift each other up
Totally.
as a people. You
And
know.
as I'm watching it, I'm also like, there's no fucking way. Like that's not how water works. That's not how this works. And then I'd be like, God, it's so beautiful. It was just a funny, you experience yourself a lot when you're watching this movie. Hi,
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa.
Mo is leaving.
Okay, bye. Sardine kisses.
Nice haircut, Atticus.
Hey, thank you. Luke got one too.
Congratulations on your move. Liza, I'm glad you're back home safe. Weren't you traveling recently?
Yeah, we were in Tahoe together, Atticus and I.
Gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Wow, didn't say anything about Luke's haircut, huh?
Yeah, didn't say anything about me actually
Didn't
at
even
all.
comment
So
at
you know
all.
what?
We're even on
Hold
top.
on,
You fit
guys. I
so
think I
strong.
have.
Wow.
I think I
We
have
got
to
the
go
ranking system.
forever.
Wow.
Yeah,
She
wow.
did.
I mean, Lisa's always been pretty rude, I think.
Oh
overall.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
You
is
see
is,
what
is
it-
the noise better?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it's
just
better.
so funny. I can't wait for you to listen back to that because Dad's
It's
talking
so funny.
about breasts, and you just are so loudly.
I know. It was like, is somebody doing this on
Yes.
purpose?
No, I switched to this mic, which is my streaming mic, because I didn't like how the other one sounded, and
I think we should all get
have-
those mics.
I don't have the
Yeah, me
audio filter for like background noise on my computer, so I just had to install that.
Sick.
Mm.
Anyway, so I guess I get. I mean, and Luke, just so you understand, I wasn't being negative about
Breath.
everybody helping, and there's no self-made person. I
Memories.
was literally that was the message I was getting from that is like, oh, well, this is what Luke's saying. Everybody needs help, and everything was helping these people get out. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to make a movie like about the subject of humanity and existence, and I think that this one did a really good job. I think it's a hard topic to kind of layer in, but I think this one did a good job.
What was your favorite part? Like, I'd love to know everybody's kind of like just the part that stands out to them.
I thought the montage at the end stood out. I don't know. So that's like when it kind of clicked with me that the movie was truly about life and learning to live it and learning to take initiative and learning to just live, really. And that everyone has their own individual, unique experience that sometimes those unique individual experiences meet up to make for something beautiful like this movie. And I just thought it was really pretty in my mind, and it made me cry.
Yeah.
I like when he's talking to God. That's my favorite
Oh,
part.
dude,
where
that's cool
he's just
too.
He's like, I'm dead, and he's like, yes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that he shoved it in his face. He's like, look at this giant fucking 3D image of you getting shot through the asshole.
So
I
brutal.
like that, dude. It's like, it's in the Tibetan Book of the Dead when you're having a hard time accessing the truth that you are dead. That's what it happens, or what they theorize happens, is that it goes into like, to quote Enter the Void, like a bad trip,
Yeah.
so you can really come to grips with it because they got other people dying. You got to get fucking moving along the line, buddy.
Yeah, the Bardo, it's called.
I think I would probably accept that I was dead pretty quickly. I'd be
I
like,
wouldn't.
seems
the
about
thing-
right.
No way, man.
But the thing is, the way the Tibetan model of it is that you can accept it, but guess what? You're going back, and that's the defending your life thing. Hey, you're going back.
Oh my God.
You know what? I coined the phrase "all nude."
All nude.
Yeah. How many times have you been here? 13. Oh yeah, going back.
Yeah.
But
Dude, if you get to like pick where you go back, what do you pick?
I wouldn't want to hang out with any of them, but I would say I'm gonna quote Tenzin Gyatso on this one and say a dog or a cat in a wealthy American family.
Wait,
That's got to be the best,
Wait.
right?
who said that?
Tenzin Gyatso, I think he's the 52nd Dalai Lama.
Bro,
Don't
I've
quote
been
me on
saying that for like years. If I was ever gonna be reincarnated, it'd be in a rich white family as their dog, because
Why do they
that
have to
shit
be
would be
white?
lit, huh?
Why do they have to be white?
They don't have to be white.
No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I
They
agree, man.
Treat them
Great.
like people. It's weird.
I think it'd be great.
Owen's
I
out
wouldn't
here
want
still-
my owner kissing me on the mouth. Oh, sorry, Elijah.
I wouldn't want that. Yeah, that'd be weird. But I also would dude. Imagine how sick it would be to have a dog bed, a giant ass fucking dog bed inside your giant dog house with, get this, you get the raw meals. You seen that? You seen the people who like feed them like full raw meals?
Oh yeah, that one. There's
Dude.
a chef in particular that
That would be so sick.
I'll send you some of the videos. It's
I'd want them to treat me like a king.
I wouldn't
honestly.
want to. It's weird. We were talking about soul contracts this weekend, and like that's what I believe in a lot. I believe in reincarnation. I believe that when we die, like we just become one again with everything that we're one of right now. We just don't realize it, and we're in a physical. I believe that being human is an experience that our souls craved, and that's why we're human right now, right? And that like so much of experiencing pain or ill, like that's part of the human experience. And that we choose to experience loss or we choose to experience struggle, but we don't remember that we've chosen that. And that's part of something bigger. And I believe like that many of you, I believe we find each other time and time again. And that is something that's really beautiful. And I think there's also people in our lives where we've never met before and we might never see them again later. And that's okay too. And that's beautiful in its own way. And it's just interesting to me, like every time I watch a movie like this, and every time, like Defending Your Life especially, I think has formed this opinion in me, but like that so much of it has to do with fear. And when you think like, if this really is just like a blip, right, in our soul's experience, even though it feels like the only experience we're ever having, like what is there to be afraid of? But at the same time, I'm afraid of everything all the time. Like just anxiety and fear often. It's my biggest limit. Like I'm my biggest limit because I'm so afraid, but I don't even know what I'm afraid of.
Right.
You know?
So
Yeah.
I was talking to your Theo Adrian last night, and we were discussing one thing or another. And in their dining room, he has a picture of our grandfather, our mother, and our brother that passed away. And he says he has them there because every once in a while he'll be thinking about something and getting ready to get upset, and it was like, all right. You know, it's like that he feels like they're still influencing him, even though they're not here.
For sure.
And I think about that a lot because I think even though somebody isn't physically here, I still think they see what we're doing. Somehow, somewhere, they know what we're doing. You know, they know if we're getting along, if we're making right choices, bad choices. And that may not necessarily have to tie into family. And that's where I think take it to the greater point of being the universe is that they've gone up to the universe or they've blended into whatever you want to call it. And yeah, they know when we're, for lack of a better term, fucking up or doing something stupid. But
yeah, but
Dude, I thought about that.
to see when we're self-pleasuring.
I was literally thinking about that. I was like,
This
yo,
is
when my
something that
grandpa
messed me
died,
up.
I was
This is
going, I couldn't do it.
When
'Cause I was like, what if grandpapa was watching me?
exactly, yes,
yank the
growing up,
chain?
because they like, right, you find out that one of your grandparents passed, right? That's usually the first experience many of us have with death.
Sure.
If you're fortunate, right? It's
Wait.
And
Pleasuring
so,
yourself after your grandparent dies?
no,
I've
it's
never
just
had any
wow.
issue with it.
that then they say, well, no, because like the way that my mom described it was like he will always be with you. They are always watching. Like and then you guys
And
know
then you're
I was a chronic masturbator as a child.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Who
Oh,
was
Oh,
it?
you haven't heard the Eppersi story?
That must be a family trait though.
Oh,
oh
dude.
God. Oh God.
Dude.
My sexercises. So
Sexercises, yes.
I will have to put the full explanation of that on our Patreon. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a behind,
I don't feel like
for this.
giving that away for
Well,
free.
I'm gonna do my so Frank Gagan's looking down on us right
No,
now.
Jen!
Hopefully I do it well, Frank.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she's
Stop.
pleasuring herself back there
Stop.
behind my recliner. And I was like, Molly.
Yeah.
You know, if that's happening, Michael Jackson's probably watching your kids too.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's dark. That's dark, but accurate, Luke.
Yeah,
You know.
and that gets like weird. Like you start thinking about that. So like Hitler could just
What would Hitler
But-
get? He would
but-
just watch.
Let him watch.
But
Go ahead.
no,
Yeah,
I don't.
show these Jewish people living their lives to the fullest.
I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think that it's everybody looking. It's people that have had influence on your life
yes.
that you have to. It's part of your universe.
Because
think.
I
Wait.
so believe in it. It's so clear. It's like it's not even a faith thing anymore because it's been so proven to me time and time again that it's like I believe it just because it's like fact. You know
So
what I mean?
let me ask you guys this question:
Yeah.
have you ever met somebody and you feel like I know you before I even talk to you?
My friend
I feel like I've met people that I say I know them, but I know other people that are just very like them. Like I try to like, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm like, well, this person is a lot like my brother, or this person's a lot like Eliza, and I think they have like the same embodiment of soul.
Okay, so let me give you this.
Same
Did I ever
void.
tell you about the past life regression I did focusing on couscous?
I know about it, but I don't know if they know about it.
No, I'd love to hear about it.
So
Yeah, I wanna know.
I did a past life regression, and
What's that?
Atticus,
Hypnotize. So you
Huh?
can go back. So Luke, what it is, it's you get hypnotized, you go into like a hypnotic state or a meditative state, and you're able to access memories of your subconscious that are like soul memories. So it's beyond even this lifetime. You can
Oh, that's pretty
access
cool.
so
memories or even help resolve traumas that you experienced in a past life that are still impacting you.
So if you get
Gotcha.
a chance, I would recommend you read the book Many Lives, Many Masters.
1000%.
But anyway, so Couscous, you and I were Spaniards on a Spanish galleon and
Nice.
shipwrecked off the coast of Florida. And on our ship,
Florida.
various people died, but you and I were the last two survivors. And we were
Nice.
trying to move along through the Florida Gulf Coast. And that's where the regression ended. That we were trying to save each other.
Weren't
And,
you?
what?
There, when you described it to me, you said that you both were holding on to a piece of the ship,
That's true. Yes, yes.
and that you'll never forget because when you saw it, you knew it was Atticus because it was like you could tell in their eyes.
Yep.
That's like it was as if you were looking at Atticus and like physically they were different, but the soul and the eyes, it was like so clearly Atticus.
Yes, yes, yes. You're right.
Which also, I don't know. So we were talking about like trauma, like trauma light, right? The things that you used to do to us, and you'd always make us survive shipwrecks. Like at sea, like when we'd be at the pool, you'd make us tread water, and then you'd start like splashing our faces, and
Oh, I remember that.
you just had, like
Just in case.
So this is how like it all starts to make a little bit more sense of why like
You never know.
we were in Colorado, like we were like
And that's funny you should say that because I never put that piece together.
yeah,
That's
and I specifically remember you telling me that if there was ever an emergency and we were on a ship and there was just one lifeboat, you said, you take Luke, you two go row for help. Atticus and I stay behind. And you said it just with such certainty. So then when you were telling me years, like decades later, that you had this experience in your past life regression, I was like, oh, no wonder, like,
Yeah.
no wonder you decided it that way, because that is something that you and I, it wasn't that you, because I always assumed you and Atticus would sacrifice yourselves for some reason, which I hated. But then
I would.
I know you're so sweet, but like in another way, it's like, oh, but no, you survived together. You knew you could survive with him again.
Again. Yeah.
So it's just
Yep.
so crazy. It's so cool.
There it is. Yeah. If you ever get a chance, you should try to do a past life regression. Guided is
How do you do that?
better. Huh?
How do you do that?
You can find a
this-
past life regression like therapist or
Dimethyltryptamine?
you should
No.
use you should find a hypnotherapist. I want to do it
The
too. We should all do
Teamster?
it, and we could do
Yeah.
a special episode sharing like what we learned.
We
That'd
should
be
also
good.
do a special episode where we all get down with Death Metal Travis and see what happens then.
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
It's the,
What if we all did salvia?
Oh, death metal Travis.
What about salvia? We all trip on salvia live.
Well,
we all take a bong rip
you
of
have to come
salvia.
up with a cool nickname,
Yeah,
Dr. Sal.
Dr. Sal.
But-
Oh,
Dad, I was gonna tell you too.
Whoa, what?
Mom told me.
Past life regression moment.
Mom told me that when she was writing your name, that because she was the hall monitor. Oh no, what's the cool way of saying that? The RA.
Yeah.
So she was like the residence advisor,
Yeah. Yeah.
resident advisor in college at Loretto Heights.
Loretto Heights.
And she said that she was writing out everybody's name tags for their doors. Like for everybody who was going to be coming in, she was like making a little name tag for their doors. And she said that when she wrote your name out, she had like a spiritual experience that like when
Really?
she wrote your name out, she's like, oh, I know him.
Wow.
But she had never met you. She had never seen your name before. And even like it was this, like she had that moment that way of being like, and I thought that was really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
But so if is Couscous
I'm
off?
still, I'm
Okay.
still here. No, sorry, I
So,
was just getting
and
some water.
Luke, there is another book
Still
that
new.
the Brian Weiss is the author of this Many
Yes.
Lives, Many Masters, and he has a
Only
a
love is
book
real.
that does
Have you guys? Oh, okay.
guided
Yeah,
past life
'cause
regression.
You used his CD-ROM, if I
Yeah.
recall.
Well, but there's no CD-ROM anymore. I can't imagine. It's still should
Yeah.
be
Have
able
you-
to buy it digitally or something. But
Have you guys seen the short story, The Egg?
No.
You should watch the video on the egg. I like that one a lot.
how long
It's
is
about,
it?
huh?
How long is
Look at-
it?
It's like 5 minutes. By Krustigat. I'll
Oh,
just pull it up.
Is it like
Yeah,
a little
sure.
egg?
Is it like a little egg?
No, but is it like a little egg that goes on its journey?
No, it's nothing about an egg that goes on a journey.
Oh.
I'm literally about to send it to us right now. Give me a second. But in the meantime, it's basically about how this guy dies, right? And he gets to meet, God, just like in this movie. And homie's like, "Hey, you died. Sucks, but you're dead." And
Yeah.
the guy asks a bunch of questions. He's like, "Well, what happened to my family? Where, what's going on?" And he's like, "Well, you're just gonna be reincarnated." And
I'll
You're
have to
gonna-
watch it. I'll totally watch it. I'll text you after.
yeah, you should definitely watch it. It's really good. But basically everyone's the same person.
Oh,
I know it's not my turn.
Writing to make sure that
sorry. I went to save the YouTube clip in it.
I know
Sorry,
it's not
buddy.
my turn, but I'm probably gonna pick Enter the Void for the next movie.
It's a good movie.
It's
I
so
think
good.
I
I've
think we
never
should.
seen it.
Oh,
Oh, it's so good.
I actually love that movie. It's so cool.
it.
Um,
Yeah,
are you guys ready for my pick?
yeah.
Yeah. It's your pick this week, right?
Yeah, it's my turn. So Mind Game. Overall, Thumbs up.
I give
would
it a double
it-
thumbs up. This artist or the director made Ping Pong.
He's the
Which
man.
is-
Yeah, Ping Pong is so good.
Ping Pong is so good.
Well, I'll watch that. It's got to be better than
also
this
did-
one.
Also,
No,
did
it's a
Devil May Cry
it's a
Baby,
series.
which is insanely good. And
Didn't he-
directed an
he
episode
also made-
of Space Dandy.
Didn't he make The Night Is Short Walk On Girl too?
I
think so.
Yeah, 2017.
I was actually gonna pick this movie as one of mine, but then I was like,
No way.
Oh wait.
I'm giving this I'm
I'm gonna give it 5 butthole gun snatches.
5
Nice.
guns up your butthole.
No, butthole gun snatches.
You wait. So you're giving it a 5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Mhm. I'll give it a 6.5 whale sushis out of 10. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything because he makes all that good sushi inside the whale. Sorry.
Inexplicably a lot of sake too, but that's
Well, maybe it's all
the-
fermenting in there, or maybe
The old man
sake boat
had it.
shipwrecked.
I
Yeah.
give it 8 out of 10. Animated titty physics.
8 out of 10 memory glands.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. I give it 8 out of 10 memory. Glands.
titty physics. That's pretty good.
Oh my god, that was.
That's
I
the
mean, it
best.
was mesmerizing.
And if you guys get a chance, do watch Space Dandy. Space Dandy is my favorite anime.
Space Dandy is good. I like Space Dandy.
So good.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take a break, but one day I
Why?
will. One day I will.
One day.
Okay, Eliza, what's your movie?
Well, I was gonna. So I have 2 different choices depending. Are we gonna do like a horror theme or anything like that for?
Oh, dude,
No,
we could
no,
for
no.
Halloween.
Whatever. you wanna-
Actually, no, we have to do a horror for Halloween, dude. That's
Whatever.
that's just
Anything
marketing.
like spooky or thriller or like just like a little bit more like spooky.
whatever you want to do, just say it. You don't have to do a theme. Just whatever you want to watch.
Well, I
We'll
just
start in
thought-
October though.
I
We'll
thought
start in
it'd be
October.
Fun for viewers. Okay, so I'm gonna save. Well, okay.
Viewers.
What are you talking about?
All
Our
35.
It'd be
I
fun
thought
for
it'd be
viewers.
fun for
Our
our fans
fans.
if we themed October as like something spooky.
Okay, well, it's up to you. It's your choice.
Hey, man.
But so it's
Every
not,
viewer matters.
so I'll get another chance. So I'll have a chance to do my spooky one
Sure. Whatever you want to do. Just
because I'm torn between 3 movies right now.
torn between
Initially,
movies.
I wanted to pick Marcel the Shell, the movie.
Isn't that one in theaters?
I think it's out of theaters now.
Okay.
But then I thought that I've really been wanting to watch The Thing. I've never seen it.
Which one?
The
The thing
original.
is really good. It's
The
so
Thing.
good.
The original, the black and white.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
Or
then the other one I want to watch is called Pearl. And it's by I know right now that I don't want to do Marcel the Shell. I can tell. I want to do I either want to do The Thing or I want to do this movie Pearl. So can I show you guys can we watch the trailer for Pearl?
Pearl.
And you can all let me know if it's something you'd ever be interested in watching at all.
Are you going to show it or am I?
You're gonna show it. It's an A24 Pearl trailer.
A24 does good work sometimes.
Sometimes.
It looks gorgeous, but it looks really scary.
So when was it made?
It's made this year, 2022.
Okay. Here it is.
Contemporary.
Are we all muting?
Yeah, we'll mute and then
Yeah,
Dad, you
mute for the
mute
trailer.
yourself when it's time. Do you want me to find the trailer?
Hold on. I got it. Just give me a chance to share it. Relax.
Take your time.
Shut
Nobody's
up.
watching.
We need
Yeah,
like some
you're
like
right.
waiting music.
You're right. Nobody's watching.
Yeah, at this point, nobody like you can truly take your time.
Nobody is. There's no way anyone got through all that fucking shit.
Ah.
You want to hit us with the full screen pops?
Please, Lord, make me the biggest star the world has ever known, so that I may get far, far away from this place.
You know, caring for your family during these times is admirable. But you only get one take at this life.
If only they would just die.
Pardon?
Nothing. I want to be special, dancing up on the screen like the pretty girls in the pictures.
I will not let you leave this farm again.
I'm worried there may be something real wrong with me. Rumor has it they only take one gal per town.
We're looking for someone with X Factor.
Has to be me.
How about a film nobody else has seen?
Is it legal?
Will be eventually.
I know what I've done. Bad things. Terrible, awful, murderous things. I want to be loved from as many people as possible. But truth is, I'm not really a good person.
Yeah, this looks tight.
This movie looks really cool. I will say that, but it is definitely an in theaters movie right now,
Oh, it is? Okay.
which I'm not opposed to.
I'm not opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to it either,
We
but
just might have to push it back a few weeks.
yeah.
'Cause
that
finding
could be
time for me
my
to go to the
only
theater is tough.
pick, but I also know that not everybody likes scary movies, and that does look scary. So
I want to see what happened when that guy blew up.
Me too. So why don't I'll
Because
pick
they used to
that
do
one.
that in Red Dead.
Well, that'll be my pick for whatever. It's my turn again. So we have between now and then to see it in theaters. And for next week, I pick Training Day.
Training Day.
Yeah, Dad, unmute yourself.
You're still muted, buddy.
Training Day, yeah, that's
Training Day.
awesome. Have you
I've
seen
never
that?
seen it before, and Chuck
I've
said
never
it's
seen
his
it.
favorite. So
Oh wow.
we're gonna watch Training Day.
Training Day.
Just pick us
All right,
next
so-
week.
After
What?
me is Dad,
Damn,
Wait.
okay.
right?
Is that? I don't think so.
Yeah, because we did
Oh,
Elvis
yeah.
and Straight Story. Well, we did Elvis, then Everything Everywhere All at Once because it was Olivia, but then we did Straight Story, and then we did. Wait, Luke.
Whiplash.
No, Luke. What's the last pick? What's
Yeah,
the
what
last
was the-
movie you picked? Wait.
I
Is
think it might have been
your turn?
Whiplash.
Yeah, I think Luke is next, actually.
What do you mean?
Luke, when's the last one you picked?
I'm looking. Give me a second. Street Story. Prey. I picked Prey, which was the last one.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
right, that's
yeah.
Some time.
Oh,
I spent some
yeah.
time.
Okay, wait. Let's watch Training Day.
Oh, okay.
Movie trailer. Bonanza.
But
Pearl just looks so saturated and so it's scary, but it looks really, I want to know what's going on. I just feel like that actress has so much.
Have we seen Midsummer?
Yes.
I love
So
Midsommar.
So good.
In the next 24 hours, you will learn about the streets, about the choices that will force a dedicated cop over the edge, all in the name of good. In the next 24 hours, the only thing more dangerous than the line being crossed
Today's a Training Day, Officer Hoy. It's your chance to give you a little taste of reality. You think you can handle it?
is the cop who has
Kevin
crossed it.
Bacon.
I will do anything you want me to do.
Brilliant. Let's see.
Ethan Hawke.
If I was a dealer, you'd be dead by now. They build jails because of me. Judges have handed out over 15,000 man-years of incarceration time based on my investigation. You got today and today only to show me who and what you're made of. You hear me? That's it. That's what I'm talking about. First day on the job, you hit a $3 million seizure.
Police officer, get away from the girl!
No. We're not racking up arrests today.
You let him go.
What more you want?
I want justice.
Is
right?
that not justice?
That's street justice.
What's wrong with street justice?
Oh, what? Just let the animals wipe themselves out.
God willing.
It can't be like this.
Open your eyes. Can't you see? Police, we got a search warrant.
You ain't no police.
I didn't sign up for this.
You think I'm crazy, right?
We communicate and talk to me. Say it. Say it. I think you're a road cop.
Learned a lot of things on these streets, boy. Good things and bad things, too.
There's some profoundly evil people walking the streets freely right now. I'm the police. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
You never know. That's the point. It's gonna have to be a nice day, huh? It'll get darker. Guarantee you that.
Classic.
I do like Kevin Bacon, so I'm excited to.
I love Kevin Bacon. The bake.
Dad, you're muted if you're reacting.
Sorry, Kevin Bacon. I hope somebody's fucking joking.
They are. See how easy this is?
I don't use this term very well, but or very often. But I think this is borderline a great movie because.
Can we talk?
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say, can we talk about how Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon are literally the same person, though?
No, they're
They
not.
are not. Let's not. Dad, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
No, if you look at side-by-side photos, they're almost like the exact same person. Like,
All right,
truly.
that's it for
Yeah,
Movie
what
Club
were
this
you
week.
saying?
We'll just let it go there. Thank you. No,
He wants to review the movie before you even get to the review.
I just saying that. Okay, never mind.
I
Okay.
want to hear what you're saying.
I'm just kidding. Just say it. Just say it. I'm just playing with you, bro. I'm just playing with you.
Dad, what
All
are you
right, that's the end of the broadcast for this week.
Remember when you used to?
Tune in-
Remember when you used to
tune in
like
next week
shut
for
me up as a
training
kid?
day.
Hey, back, baby.